Hi everybody, it's Scentbubblez. So I've had this burning question in my mind, and I've really wanted to know, well, what is the difference between the original Jean Paul Gaultier and Jean Paul Gaultier Classique Intense? I have the Intense version here and the Eau de Parfum version here. What is the difference between these two? This is the more intense version of the Classique version. The Classique version came out in 2014. So the Classique version is supposed to be a new version of the original 1993 version of Jean Paul Gaultier for women. And this is this fragrance from 1993. Now this was a very popular fragrance in the 90s. And the reason why I didn't have it before is because one of my best friends wore this, and she also wore Angel, and that's why I didn't have Angel until this year. And now I've just gotten this because she lives in another state now, so I can wear it and I don't have to worry about taking someone's scent. This Intense version is very heavy on the orange blossom. It does not smell like the original 1993 version. This version has top notes of tiare flower, pomegranate, and gourmand accords at the top. I don't know what gourmand accords are. The heart has orange blossom, rose, and jasmine, and the base has patchouli and vanilla. Okay, I get so much orange blossom from this. It smells very sweet and a little bit musky. You can smell the tiare flower in it, but this is just orange blossom all day. Orange blossom with a little drop of vanilla and a sprinkle of musk. That's what all that I'm getting from this. I don't get any earthiness from it. I don't get any depth from it. It's just very floral. The orange blossom in this just overtakes and smothers all of the other notes. I don't think that this is well balanced at all. It's very floral. It's nothing like this one. I haven't smelled the Classique version of this, the regular version, and not the Intense version. So I'm not really sure if the orange blossom is as heavy in that fragrance. But this one, I don't know. I don't love it. I don't. So let's talk about this one from yesteryear, from the 90s. Let's take a look at this. And I smelled this a lot in the 90s on a lot of other girls my age, and even older ladies. A lot of people say it's a more mature scent, but I find this to be seductive. It's very sexy. I don't think it smells matronly at all. I don't think it smells old. It smells dated. This does smell dated. It does smell like something from the 90s. But I don't mind that. I don't mind, you know, something from that was popular before that people don't wear too much anymore right now. That doesn't bother me. So this is the Eau de Parfum. And the reason that you can tell is because this has the black lace dress on the bottle. And you can see, you see that black lace design? That's how you can tell that this is the EDP. And the perfumer behind this Eau de Parfum and the Classique EDT version is Jacques Cavalier. So those two had the same perfume behind it. Now this Intense version, the nose behind it was Francis Kurkdjian. Let's get into the notes of the EDP. So the top notes, we have tincture of rose and rum. For the middle notes, we have narcissus and vanilla orchid. And the base notes, we have vanilla, amber, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Now that makes sense because this version has a lot of that ambery and that tonka bean and that sandalwood. Those notes in the base give it depth and give it that sensuality, that kind of sexuality that oozes out of this fragrance, which is why it was so popular. Let's see. Yeah, I get a lot. There's a bit of alcohol in the opening, and the vanilla is much more pronounced in this EDP, whereas the intense version had just a lot of orange blossom. The difference between these two and the burning question that I had, and no, I couldn't find an answer to, I'm going to give you guys an answer because I wanted to know myself. If you are looking for the original 90s version of the Jean Paul Gaultier perfume, this one is most similar to it. It does smell like there was a reformulation that happened. I'm not quite sure on that 100%. It smells a little bit different from what I remember from back in the 90s, but it still doesn't smell that bad. It doesn't smell as strong and as deep and as musky as it did before. This is very heavy on the orange blossom. I don't care for this one too much. You know, some people love this one. I've just smelled better orange blossom perfumes. Thank you for your time. I certainly hope that cleared up some of the mystery behind all of the different versions of the Jean Paul Gaultier classic that, you know, many of us have loved over the years. So if you wanted to replenish this fragrance or just get it for the first time, then I hope this video helps you make a selection. Thanks, bye.